All right, we are back, and we have just arrived at. We've just docked in the last flight. I think Turi, you noticed the singing stops as like the last light disappears from the day, because we did do two travels there. So I think you've been like docked for a minute or two when the like sunlight passes away from the city, and like the gleaming of its glass and chrome and steel goes dull. But yeah, you've made your way here. These wharves are like quite large. They come out into the sea by like a couple dozen meters. But yeah, and yeah, Turi, I think, knows that somewhere in the walls there are people like things. There are creatures moving. I don't think, yeah, 'cause Turi can't see any of this stuff, just has a sense of it.
I think as we disembark, I'll tell everyone that, like, be wary, because there could be sneaky poos.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope you use sneaky poos as like the official term.
So, what time of day is it?
It's evening. It's like the sun's just setting. It's dusk.
Yep. Sorry, that just registered. Yeah. Okay. I mean, do we want to make camp, or? I mean, I feel like going into it in the daylights would be safer.
Yeah,
Or-
you have plenty of space on the docks without heading into the city if you wanted to try and find a camp there. But yeah.
Alternatively, we go in and during the dark because that's where the like creatures will be like bravest, and we can murder them because like they'll like I mean, come on, they'll bring the fight to us. We don't have to go hunting for them.
Or they might be nice.
Shrug.
Did you say shrug?
I said shrug. Yes, yes. That's the thing. I also shrugged while saying it, but yes.
Okay. Yep.
I'm down with whatever. I think if we camp, we get forward, possibly, and then or XP, or they sneak up on us in the dark. Is also an outcome, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So anything's good.
I mean, yeah, if we camp, there's the potential to try to ambush us while you sleep, and I'm yeah. So I would be the only one like immediately awake to react, which I'm okay with.
How does the wharf intersect the marble walls?
Yeah, there's like a wharf and like docks section outside of the city proper. And I think on the far, like that spreads around the walls, the marble like walls of the grand like keep structure. In that like there were probably once like sort of like small suburb structures around it as well, but that's mostly been taken over by the jungle. Whereas the dock section has not as much. It's got things growing up through the buildings and things, but like there are some like small warehouses and stuff that you could. There's probably like a boat that's been washed up onto the like docks itself and like crashed into one of the warehouses at some point because because of like weird weather stuff in the sea. So yeah.
I think we should move up against the wall at least, because then we'll just be protected from the elements.
So the wall of the marble wall, or like against the mountains,
like to one of the entrances of the town.
Yep.
This like if it's the size that Ashton was saying, it's not a town; it's a fucking city. Like it's enormous.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if we want to be cowards and camp till daylight, sure.
Well, because then the thing will start singing again.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or not. Like,
Make camp. You are the camp. You are the sleepless ones.
finding it at night and then being like, why are you singing? What's happening? I don't know. We can do the camp thing. But I guess I'll roll for camp stuff. Sure.
Yeah, because I feel it would be better to go into this better rested and
I mean, better rested. Like, we don't actually have any like injuries or anything. The rest would give us a +1 forward, but it's okay. Like, that's enough, I think.
I mean, we have also what's the word, like undertaken perilous journey twice today, so
Yeah, we've reached like we've already. I mean, that's a good point. We've already lost the bonus for like camping early. That is a good point.
Yeah. All right. I will abstain because I do not need to.
Sure. So everyone mark off a
What happens
ration.
if we make you?
Just force feed her a fish.
Yeah. So it sounds like someone is rolling 2d6 + 1 for like camp making, and it might be Caltamox. It sounds like.
sure, okay.
Seeing as like we're trying to find somewhere that's like safe from danger, and Caltamox is quite good at that, and also Caltamox seems to be the person who's like, we should actually camp.
And I have a +1 forward that I haven't used yet.
I love that you're using that. Yeah, yeah. So you haven't done anything between camps. Awesome.
Yeah, well, actually, no, because
No,
the
because
attack was yesterday.
we just went walking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
That's a 10.
Everyone gets 2 camp actions.
Nice.
What does that look like?
All right. So Caltamox is going to share a story. Does anyone want to listen?
I'm looking at the other actions, seeing if there's anything else I want to do. Otherwise, I will. There's sadly not an option for go exploring in the night. Yeah. I think I'll just rest soundly and listen to the story then in that case.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Yeah. So my story is about the city I grew up in, and I'm just sort of drawing comparisons between this city and the city we've discovered and where I grew up. It was it was a bit smaller than this, a lot grimier, like just filled with people, and just like a lot of people bustling around, and like it was kind of falling apart, but full of life. And I just I don't know. I didn't really have a specific tale in mind. I just
You can
wanted
just
to tell people
stories
about where
of your home. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
just describe my home.
Yeah.
And like Medea will ask like bunches of questions and be like, what were the adjacent cities? Like what would what, like things like that, like do you know of like the trade agreements that were like connecting your city to others? Like
what was the gross domestic product?
And yeah,
Exactly.
like most of these questions I don't have satisfactory answers to. I'm just
Oh,
like,
no.
I don't know. There was another city that people talked about, but I never went there, and yeah.
I like the idea that you just keep asking different questions until you get one that she can answer. Like, like what was their primary export? And you're like, oh, it was leather. Right? We had lots of tanneries, right? And you're like, good, we know something about the like.
Yep.
Cool.
And like, Oh, I think she'll like that scroll that was wrapped up in the thing. She'll like pull out a different one from like inside her armor, and it's like a big map and stuff. And she'll like have you point to it, and like we'll tell you about like other cities that are around there and stuff.
I like they did it, yeah, yeah, you pull out this map and Caltamox is like, oh, well, it's this one because it has the same name. None of the stuff around it is like that though, so, right? Like, because like if you've got a map that has like the, like that sort of, that is old enough to have that information on it, like that information isn't right anymore.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's probably like, I don't think Medea's the one who's done it, but it's probably been like updated. Like there's there's like different see-through pieces of paper layered over it so that like you can shift it around a bit as you discover things have moved.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Yeah, neat. Cool. What's
I would like to wax lyrical about elven, specifically dark elven houses. I'm trying to remember.
Go nuts. Do you remember the history?
You can wax poetic, but you're not allowed to wax lyrical. That's a bard's job.
She's right. The move is wax lyrical. Yeah, I don't remember.
Do you remember the thing about? Do you remember the thing about like the difference between like dark elves and other elves and like the history?
Was it the high elves enslaved the dark elves, and then they revolted, and then the dark elves started making their own cities and stuff because the high elves were having like a mass exodus under Nordurmu?
So the dark elves made their own cities, and then Nordurmu was like, "Yo, cities are lame," and then so all of the dark elves were like, "Cities are lame, we're out," and so there are all of these like dark elf cities that were just abandoned.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't pick Nordurmu as my god. Fuck.
Yeah.
Cities are lame.
I think in that she will explain that she is a disciple is not the right word because it makes it sound more religious than it is. But she has adapted the teaching, the lessons of Vorin of Val is how she says it, because that's how things get changed. That's how names change over time. And he had a town and he was doing crazy shit to do with space and time and the wheel, and each city-state tends to have like almost a precept, like a intent, like they were built for this research or that research or this industry.
Cool.
And so this is clearly some sort of grand mechanical town state that was producing something. The towers remind me of Tesla coils a little bit.
This isn't like, I don't think I'm like getting the XP from this story too, but this is all Medea's jam. Like, just all of it. She is listening intently and enjoying all of these conversations immensely.
I mean, yeah, where is this? Who is anyone like? Does anyone want to do active listening for that story? Because like if Cammy's telling the story, she can point the story at anyone, right, and give the XP to whoever. But like, if someone wants to do active listening for it, then that's probably a good trade.
I guess.
Florent?
I guess I would. If Florent wants to do the 1-for-1, that's cool. Otherwise, I would do it to Medea because it's kind of a group conversation.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That sounds like what's happening in the fiction. So let's follow that, please. Like, yeah. Let's. I like. This is the thing is that with Dungeon World, it's that thing of like you have to keep reminding you. Like I find I have to keep reminding myself to follow the fiction. So. Yeah. So yeah, Medea, mark an XP for like being told the story.
2 stories.
Yeah, 2 stories because you got told about the home of Caltamox as well. And Caltamox, you marked an XP for having been actively listened to, didn't you?
For telling a story, but not for actively listening.
No. You mark an XP for someone listening to you.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the way it works is, if you tell someone a story, they mark XP. If someone listens to you, you mark XP.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the moves that you take only give other people XP. There's no move that gives you XP.
Yeah.
So listening gives the person you're listening to XP. Telling gives the person you're telling XP.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the reason that, because Medea has listened to 2 stories. Because Medea has been told 2 stories but only listened to 1. Medea has taken 2 XP but given you 1.
Okay.
Yeah. And I imagine that Medea would have been doing active listening for Turi if she weren't so busy like resting.
Honestly, it makes more sense. Like, I'm happy to actually. I think I'll change it to just
out?
active listening twice.
Yeah, cool. That sounds like what's happening in the fiction. So yeah.
Like, she
Right.
never actually rests. So
Yep. So it sounds like Medea's done 2 actions. Caltomox and Turi have done 1. Florent they've each got 1 left. You gonna nap?
Unless Florent wants to.
Can Florent nap multiple times?
Florent can't nap multiple times. You can't do an action. You can't take multiple +1 forwards because they don't stack. Well, you can do it multiple times. They just won't stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really have like a story to share.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I'm gonna rest Stanley and take 1 forward.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I suppose you don't need to go for. Florent doesn't need to go looking for rations. So.
You don't know. It doesn't. I don't know if it has to be a story specifically. You could just do a short song.
Yeah,
sort of
it could be.
deal for everyone.
It's a story, a memory, or a moment. So you could just like have a moment with someone.
What if you
I'm
make
fine.
a song to the resonance of my head?
I'm fine.
I'm fine. No, not that.
No, thank you. Please step away from me now.
Yeah, I do not like the song that your head makes. It's awful. As a trained bard, I would know. Cool. So yeah, I think like Medea keeps an eye out. I think Medea probably spots that there are like, given that you have the whole evening, the whole night, Medea, you work out that there is a like a watch on the wall, right? Like they're trying very hard not to be spotted, but the movement is on the wall is happening at like an interval of every few hours.
Guard rotations, nice.
So yeah, but I think like when dawn cracks, and the sunlight hits the minaret again, the ringing song starts again.
Was I able to like determine the intervals in which they rotate to? Like,
yeah, I will say a couple of hours.
Couple hours. Is there ever a gap in between?
As in like, no, as in like one would be relieved of the other.
Yeah, okay. I guess it was more, is there ever a gap if they're like walking around sort of deal?
No,
like,
they seem to have like specific points.
Stationary.
It's like one walks up and taps them on the back, and then they turn around. And
yeah, it's stationary sentries.
Yep.
Okay. That still means blind spots probably, but like stationary blind spots rather than intervaled ones, if there are any. However, it's during the day now, and they're singing, and for some reason I feel like they're. I don't know if it's actually happening, but I have an idea. So I think we're just gonna fucking wander towards the singing. Is at least Medea's plan. She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking walk up to them.
So yeah, I'd I'd like to suggest like maybe sneaking in first, like or at least like let me maybe scout ahead.
I think she like looks down at herself as like, little one, you can do whatever you wish, but sneaking is not a thing I will do.
We have accents now?
I mean, I was doing an accent for her the entire time. She just hasn't talked very much.
Didn't notice.
Yeah, no, I was enjoying the accent.
I'm going to play up being blind, and so, yeah, you can scout ahead, and I'll just see what happens. Sense what happens.
Okay, yeah, because I feel like, you know, like if they got patrolling, well, sorry, not patrolling, but stationary sentries, yeah, they actually was there any indication that the sentries had seen us, like that they knew of our
when you
our presence?
docked, you know that like one of them like left their spot to like go and get a better view of you for a minute, and then like returned to it. What was
so they know we're
like,
here too. So like
touring.
if
yeah.
Okay, and they haven't attacked us, so
I think
Alright.
Medea probably, given who Medea is probably aware of the fact that that stationary sensory position has been chosen so that it was chosen to be like they put a stationary sentry there so that they could watch your camp, right? Like
okay,
it was in an optimum position for that.
all right.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, if they've just been watching us the entire time, she'll be like, "There's no point in sneaking up, little one. They already know we're here. We might as well just walk forward as a group."
Is there a big gate we can bang on?
Alright.
I mean, there's a big gate that's slightly ajar. It probably, I think it has like I think it's like, oh, I know, it's got a motor car like like as if like the big gate like closed and tried to close on a car, and like the like main road coming out of it probably has like a couple of like old like mostly rusted away like shells of motor cars. But yeah. But yes, there's definitely like a way in through that big gate. There's also like other like because this dock area like faces out into the city, the walls are actually have like buildings and things in them. So there are like kind of like connected to or set into them. So yeah, there might be a way through there, perhaps.
Right.
But Diaz plans to walk up to that gate, open it more, and go through.
Yeah. So yeah, you head out on like to the road and like walk across the broad cobbles of the boulevard towards the grand gates, and they're probably, you know, like at least 100 feet wide, right? Like at least. I just need to look up a thing real quick. Give me 2 seconds.
Take your time.
Like there's a part of me that wants to like try to detect traps, but
I mean,
from the sounds of it, it's probably too big an open an area to really do that.
I mean, you can have a try.
You can definitely try, and one of the things you could do is just like pretend to have split off from the party, but really just be tailing us. So if trouble happens, you are able to like put yourself in a position to better capitalize on the situation.
That's true. Actually, yeah. That's a good idea. I might do that.
Yeah,
cool.
Sounds good.
Just sort of keep out of sight, but following.
Be our shadow.
Yeah.
I think my favorite part about Anya being a bard is that she isn't constantly going, do a good adventure song.
So
God,
okay, this is what I wanted to know. I wanted to know. So the car that is jammed in the gate. I needed to know that for my own like GM requirements. It's rusted and like you know, ruined, but and like it was like semi-crushed, but it was a Duesenberg Model J, because it's important that we know that we have the same image of the car.
Is it coming or going?
That's a fancy fucking car.
It was going in. I think you can see that it's like busted a tire as well, like busted a tire, from like trying to burn rubber too hard. But yeah, so as you approach the gate, it sounds like Caltamox wants to like at least start keeping an eye out for traps.
Yep. So
you roll and you get some hold.
Trap expert.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Make sure the car doesn't blow up when we get near it or something.
Oh, and I've got that, the forward as well.
Yep, because you rested peacefully.
So that's +3.
That's... Yeah?
It's not... Well, yeah.
What's the
It's
79
alright.
for that one? You have less hold?
Yeah, so I only get 1 hold instead of 3.
Yep, cool. So yeah, you're making your way towards the so you pass an old Morris Minor that is like basically a rusted shell, and like someone has at some point stolen the wheels and the engine block out of that, and it tipped it over. And yeah, you walk down the boulevard towards the Great Gate, and you spot the Duesenberg in the like jammed between the huge doors, and like you can tell that I think like just because you're on the lookout for these things without even spending a hold, you can tell that the gate is like still trying to apply force to that fucking car, right? Like there's a weight that is used to open or close the gates, and those gates are still wanting to close.
Right. Yep.
The car is strong.
Oh, how tall are these gates again?
Oh gosh, like dozens of feet easily, right? Like like multiple stories. Like cool. I always do this thing when I'm trying to work out how tall something is, where I look up and I try and estimate how many stories I think it is. Right?
No,
like,
I get that. Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a story 10 meters or 10 feet. A story is like 10 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
One story height.
It's 10 feet.
Yeah, okay. In which case it's probably like 50, 60... It's probably like 50, 60 feet tall, and probably about similar width, I think.
Sadly, I'm not a fighter, or I'd try to like do a thing, but no, I'm just gonna hop
bend
the fucking
bars, lift
car.
gates on these huge
Oh yeah,
gates.
That'd obviously be the plan if I was a fighter.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Just
you need to get that
immediately.
You need to get the advanced move where you steal a move from another playbook.
Oh, that's the plan.
Yeah,
that is the plan next time I advance.
Yeah, cool.
Who's gonna help the old blind lady over the car chassis?
Wow. Gosh.
Well, I mean, Caltamox is sort of hanging, like, you know, is not with the the rest
you're a bit ahead, aren't you?
Behind, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, can I take a move from a fighter playbook? I don't think I can.
Oh, okay.
That's really sad.
Why can you not?
Because it's just not a move I have access to. Like, the druid has a move that's like, just take a move from the ranger thing. I don't have that for the fight.
Right.
That's depressing. I might have to talk to you about that.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it later.
Yeah, that's it, of course. But yeah, I mean, like, if no one's actually offering, no, she would totally like help you over. Like,
I mean, let's talk about what happens when Caltamox gets to the car first. Because
I was
wondering if
Caltamox
wanted to spend. Like, so yeah, you get to the car and you can see into the streets inside, and like this boulevard is like you know, a regular street width, whereas everything else is like clearly like narrow alleys, and because like the tall towers have like wider bases where they've got like other stuff attached to them and all those sorts of things. And yeah, it's and like you peer in and you can see I think you can see a dog like chewing on something that is like half buried in like some of the dirt that's accumulated over the years. Yeah.
Okay, so we can't see any people at all.
Are you spending a hold to ask a question? You can't see any people like straight up.
Okay. Well, I mean the 3 questions that I can ask one of these is there a trap? If so, what activates it? What does the trap do when activated? Which, yeah, obviously not going to ask that one. Or what else is hidden here?
Yeah.
I think that last one. What else? Like,
what else is hidden?
What is hidden here?
Yeah. Up on some of the like buildings that are like attached to the like larger towers. There's a bunch of like a bunch of what were probably once like pot plants or something, but it's like bushes and trees and things that are like growing on the top of the building, and like I think you notice just the smallest bit of movement in there, and maybe the glint of like sunlight off of a piece of glass.
Okay.
That would be that would be the place that I would if I were going to ambush people with like ranged weapons as they walked through the street. That is where I would set up.
Yeah. Okay. I relay this info to the rest of the party. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, do we want to consider like climbing in through one of the buildings that's set into the wall? Like one of the because I think you said there were like windows and like, you know.
Yeah, so the outside wall has shops and all of those sorts of things that are set into it, so that because they serve like they're part of that outside like suburban area.
Oh, okay. So they're not actually in the wall.
No, they're set into the wall as well. Yep, they are.
Oh, okay.
They're attached and set in.
Okay.
I think we should.
You can see that what they've done is that they've like chucked like suspension beams in and things, and taken bricks out of the wall so that they can like have more space in the back of their shops.
That's adorable.
I think we should be straightforward in our approach to it, not look like Tomb Raiders.
That one, straightforward, always. That one.
I appreciate that you are a rogue / thief and thus a Tomb Raider, but I think given the kind of nobility of the area, I think it's wise to be like, we are here to look.
I mean, the thing is, you wouldn't have known that those people were there at all if it weren't for Caldemox. So, like,
well, for sure.
Yeah.
Like Caldemox being there, even in a like noble quest with noble people with noble intentions, always bring a rogue, because the rogue's always gonna be like, yeah, but who's willing to backstab us for this or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, rogues are the ace in the hole.
So the tower's singing again, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think you're aware of the fact that the song is slightly different today.
Do I magic sense anything?
There's lots of magic here. I think it's very hard to pick up specifics.
But what about perhaps up where Caltemax has been like, look, there's someone up there.
Yeah, right. So you're heading up to where, like, so Caltemox has like come back and said, you know, there's people there, and like, so you and Caltemox go up and like Caltemox points it out. Is that what's happening?
I would prefer to sort of to remain out of sight, like, you know, to try to keep the elements of surprise if, you know, if I am.
Yeah. What this sounds like is it sounds like Cammy is making is that Caltemox is helping Turi make a discern realities.
That's fair.
Does that sound right to you, Caltemox?
Yeah.
Like being like there was like giving them the description of where there were things and what you saw and all of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your description sound like? Like how does Caltemox describe what they saw?
So So yeah, well, you know, I describe the streets and sorry, I'm trying to remember exactly how you described it. But,
Well, that's the thing is that, like, yeah, I
yeah.
want to know what is different about your description.
Okay, I should have paid closer attention.
Oh well.
Yeah, so yeah, there's a street with buildings alongside it, and on top of one of the buildings, there's some greenery, some plants, and I saw a glint of what looked like glass, and I sensed there was a person, up there, holding something, and it's where I would ambush someone from with a ranged, with a gun or arrow, bow and arrow or something. Yeah.
Are you muted, Cam? Do you want to re-roll one of those, or are you gonna keep it?
Cam, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm just agreeing with what you said and then doing my action.
Clacking along. Yeah,
Okay.
just I kind of saw like the agreement sounds. All right, so that's still a 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a question at hand about like magic stuff and this potential ambush.
So we think someone's watching us, probably going to ambush us.
Yep, it's looking that way.
I'm tempted to ask what should I be on the lookout for, but that's kind of a given. So I'm going to ask what here is not what it appears to be. So what about the situation is not on par?
The figures that have been keeping an eye on you, right? I think they're the same figures that have set up the ambush. Do not control the city. I know that's who here is really is really in control here, but I think that's I think that's the assumption that Turi is making that is probably not. Like Turi is making an assumption based on appearances, and that's not true, right? I think Turi has worked out now that that ambush and the sentry were both being like set from like quite a constrained area of like turf or operations or.
Oh, I see. So if we came in another way, we might have a safe go at it.
Don't know.
If there are two factions, like the sentries and the ambushees, or ambushers rather, there's not a ton of options.
It was one faction. What?
The ambushes and the sentries seem to be occupying the same space. They are quite close quarters, so they're probably the same faction.
But you said these people are not. Okay, yeah, they're the same one, but there's another one that actually controls the city.
Yeah, they don't control. They don't seem. They don't. You haven't seen. They're operating out of quite a limited area. Whether there's other factions or what, who knows?
So we should double back and try a different entrance?
I don't know.
Or go through the ambush if we think we can just do that. It's up to it's a.
Well,
from a GM perspective, I will say we're getting close to the end of session.
Yeah, that's.
So yeah.
We can always double back now that we've actually found this place and just come back to it in a different adventure.
I would like to find at least a piece of writing or something that would tell me what this place is called.
Right. Okay. If that's the case, then yeah, you want to probably go if you're going around in the outside places, you might be able to find that just by rummaging around. But yeah, or you could try and speak to these people and ask them what it's called. Or
do you want to do a big yell, Medea?
I can do some it's the same. It would be essentially the same yell, right? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, that was a sound. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I can essentially do the same thing. I'm not addressing a specific NPC, but I can
You're calling
try
out
and do it
to
and see if
whoever
it
is up there.
works.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do essentially the same thing. I'll walk up to the car.
I love the mental image of like Caltamox wincing as big loud Medea like just clumps over the car.
Yep. Oh god. Okay. Perfect image. No, I go and stand on the hood of the car.
Yeah.
Like, and just do the same thing. Just like stomp and like fire comes out of the halberd when it touches the hood of the car. Like eyes light up on the thing. All hold on, guys. No. But yeah, I'm gonna yell. And I think it's just like I'm a paladin of the burning expanse. If you do not from one civilization to another, come and speak to me. Otherwise, she just smiles. I don't think she actually gives
just
a
an
direct
implied
threat.
Yeah. Cool.
7.
All right.
They still choose one.
Yeah. Let me check. I'm just gonna check what the.
They can attack me. They can do what I say, or they can like back off and flee.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let me have.
Also, I don't want to do an accent when she's yelling.
Yeah. Right.
Because like accents don't do like I wouldn't be able to do it. So like, yeah.
Yep. And just for the record, Caltamox has like disappeared into the shadows again.
Yeah.
No, good. Do the thing.
Just doing that thing. Yeah.
Roll a d10 as like it's a crack, and lead finds you.
Oh,
they have fucking guns. Awesome. That's a 9. But I have like.
You don't want to take that damage.
I mean, so I guess I can. Can I defy danger?
Yes, you can.
Cool. It would be cooler. Like it's technically better to like train resistance with strength, but no, I'm gonna do the same con thing. Like I'm just gonna not flinch, and like depending on how it goes, I'll narrate something different. But we'll see. Yeah. I think like the bullet's coming like straight for her head, and she just tilts her head slightly, and it like goes across her cheek.
Yeah, I mean, like roll twice. So roll that again, and take the lower of the two.
Okay.
And also, it's not piercing.
Cool.
Okay, so it's 9, but it's not piercing where it was before.
I see. Okay, so let's go look at my armor. So maybe not like she does that, and it like goes in her shoulder instead of what I narrated. But she like still like she flinches, but it's not like she. I don't think she like stumbles off the car or anything. So let's go see what my armor is again. I forgot how that worked. So that's okay. I take 7 is what I think. Yeah. 7 harm. Which, I mean, just puts me at my max health on my other character, so.
Cool. Yeah, and I think they call out and like there's a crack and they're like and you hear called out from inside, this revenant territory, clear out.
Revenants ever know anything about those folk?
I mean, you can spout lore.
What's the thing for spout lore again?
Intelligence.
Sure, why not?
And then the GM tells you something, and then the GM asks how you know that.
That's a 5. Unless anyone wants to help me, that's a 1. So like, all he needs a 3 to make that a partial.
It's kind of funny to have you think that they are actual revenants.
Yeah. So like, I think I mean, depending on if someone wants to help, it would be different, I guess, depending on who does it. But I have a few ideas how it could happen.
I was gonna say I could help
Mm.
because I feel like
I mean,
Florent
Bard's no
probably
shit.
knows a few things.
Yeah.
Coolio. Let's reroll that one.
Actually, I'm gonna say ghoul territory. I feel like that makes more sense.
Who?
Ghoul territory?
Ghoul. Okay. No, 6.
Yeah. All right. Then yeah, I think that, but at the same time, like, I don't think Florent doesn't know some stuff about ghouls, right? Like, Florent, what do you say about ghouls?
I feel like I probably like spout stuff about like ghost stories.
Yeah. Like, I have heard that such and such, you know,
Yeah.
they can only eat children who, you know, do such and such, or don't do, or don't listen to their parents, or like, you know, actual like children's stories.
Yeah. Quickly, we just need to all listen to our parents.
Yep, definitely. Cool. Yeah.
Do they seem magically like actual ghouls?
You do not sense undead in this space.
Do I know where the shot came from?
Yes.
Specifically?
Yeah.
Like which building?
Yep. I mean, it's in that same area that was like gestured, that was indicated by Caltamox.
Just so I know, how much? What's time looking like? Just so I know.
I mean, we can play for a little longer. That's fine.
Okay. What's the distance between me and that building?
A couple 100 feet.
I kind of just want to steamroll through there, steamroll through it and just take whatever fire may come.
I mean, yeah, you'd have to like cross the distance to the building and then make it up through the building, or similar.
That is okay by me.
Yeah. What do you do? So, I mean, like let's get an image here of like what this looks like, because I want to make.
Yeah,
sure
I was about to say. I think it looks like I said, she's not particularly quick. So like I don't think it's like a mad sprint and she's like dodging fire. I think she's like, okay, if you want to play it that way, she'll just hop off the car, take the halberd, point it towards the door, and charge with like shoulder facing them. So if any shot comes, it's going to her shoulder rather than her face.
Yep. So let me let's just...
If I sense that she's like stepping up like that, I would like to cast a spell to solve a problem.
What's that? What problem solve you do?
I want to call across space and teleport her up to where the gunshot came from.
Ooh, cool, awesome. Yeah, cast that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I could also play a song about her charging.
I'm going to say that the spell won't last long because, like, it will close behind her, so we can't all.
I can't teleport back.
Yeah, you can't make a quick retreat. How is it horrifying? I think it's horrifying in that it calls across space and it transfigures flesh, in that it kind of spaghettifies you through it. It's like kind of like going into a black hole and then coming out the other end.
Yeah, like you see, like. I feel like you see Medea like become unraveled as she goes and like dragged through space and time to that thing and rebuilt, sort of deal.
Like when the ghosty hands pull apart people in Full Metal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Great, awesome. That's definitely.
Now she's over there.
Quick question, Ash. Is it feasible for Caltamox to like scale the wall like a bit further down from the gates?
Yeah, probably.
And,
yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. So yeah, she's doing that while all of this is going on.
Could I do a spell?
Yes.
I messed up my move. How do I drag a move into my sheet?
So what you do is you press the plus button to add a new move, and then you drag it into that.
drag it from the move list, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Into just the name?
Just into that. Yeah, just into that section should work.
It should turn yellow.
I see no yellowness.
What move is it?
It's arcane art. I mean, I can just roll 2d6 plus.
Yeah, maybe just do that for now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Figure it out later.
8.
8.
And on a 7 to 9, I draw unwanted attention, or my magic reverberates to other targets, affecting them as well. And so I'm going to try and heal Lydia for 1d8.
Yeah.
An inspiring song
Yes.
or something like that.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm back up to fucking full, guys. You're fucked.
All right. So, this is where you've ended up in this, like, up on this corner, spaghettified from down, like, where the car was. And yeah, you and yeah, this building is that. Yeah,
You
if
can
you want to
drag your character from the character list onto the page.
That's true. You can.
I kind of like the idea that the song was played as the teleportation was happening, and like the magic's mixed in with the re-teleportate, like, you know, the
well, that's what
appearing at the other end.
Yeah, that's what Turi's magic is about. It's about tones and frequencies. So that makes sense.
I enter the weird fucking deconstructy thing, and like on the other side, you like the wound is healed, but like I enter with it not.
Yeah.
I feel like you exit, and then the bullet exits next to you and just falls to the ground.
Yeah.
That's super weird. Okay.
And she just like cracks her neck.
All right. Let's just label this one as
I'll find a token for her at some point. For an actress.
Cool. Yeah. So like you pop up next to the sniper.
Cool.
And there are probably like probably a bunch of other ones.
Oh.
No, they wouldn't be next to the sniper. They would be down on a lower level, ready to charge on foot. So, yeah.
Cool. That makes this perfect, actually.
Yeah. So this character, this person's got like a rifle, a rifle with a big long scope on it. They have their eyes are like green tinted camera lit from inside type things that seem to be like fused into their sockets. Or at least I don't know if you if you can tell if they're fused into sockets or not, because like the head is wrapped in like cloth, and you can see that there's like a respirator underneath. And yeah, it's wearing armor made out of like sports goods and things like that. That is like, you know, it's put together armor. I think its breastplate is made out of like a bit of like the front off of like a freezer from like a two-part like fridge freezer.
Well, I'm going to try to like, I imagine it like put me behind them. So I'm going to try and take my halberd and shove it through their back until I'm pinning them to the ground through it.
That sounds like you're rolling hack and slash to me.
That or poke and stab.
Poke and
whichever.
stab.
That's a 7.
I mean, you can hack with a halberd.
Sure, but I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
so on a
stab.
7, it manages to like get the gun between you and pull the trigger, as it turns. But that's like, but you still manage to like stab the fuck out of it. So yeah, roll your damage and then also roll a d10 with 2 piercing.
Okay. Let me check if I don't remember all of the tags on my halberd. Two-handed, reach, +1 damage.
Nice.
Glad I checked. That's a 6.
Cool,
And
cool, cool,
then
cool, cool.
I will just roll my damage again. That's also a 6, so a 5 because armor. Oh no, 2 piercing you said, right?
Yep.
So I just take the 6.
Did you say that there were more around the place? Could you put those down for us?
Yeah. Give me a second. So you did 6 damage?
Yeah.
Cool.
We both did 6 damage to each other.
Excellent. Great.
It's kind of gay.
Let me check down.
I do like snipers. But yeah, no, I have to kill this fucker so I can take their gun and be a gun paladin.
A gunladin.
Definitely.
I'm just going to use this one for the others.
A sniper with a halberd for a bayonet.
Just shoot halberds at people.
Now we're talking into Enter the Gungeon stuff, and I'm all about it. There is a bullet that shoots guns, that shoots bullets in that game.
There's also a shotgun that shoots shotgun.
Yeah, but that one's worse.
Is there a bear that yells bees at people?
There's a bee gun. Does that count?
There you go. So that's how they're positioned.
That's a lot of guys.
Yeah, it is.
I promise I will try and stab this person quickly, and then either learn how to shoot or jump down and stab, whichever.
All right.
Actually, no, my dexterity is terrible. I'm not a gun paladin. Never mind.
I shall become a gun paladin, except minus the paladin part.
Mm-hmm.
Just you'll become a gun.
Become a gun. Become one with the gun. All right. So you appear. You've spaghettified next to this dude, got shot and stabbed him pretty intensely. What's everyone else's jam?
Has Caltamox had time to scale the wall yet, or
sounds
take a
like
bit
there's
longer?
defying danger with dexterity. Which wall are you trying to scale?
like the big outside wall. Probably to the
The outside
right.
wall. There's no way you're scaling the outside wall.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. That's okay. That messes up my plans then.
Unless you have like climbing gear. If you want to get like a grappling hook and rope out of your
I mean, yeah. I do have adventuring gear, so
yeah, if you want to use your
and
adventuring
that
gear, then
seems-
yeah, you can climb up onto the outside wall. That's definitely a thing.
Okay,
That's
alright,
the defy
yeah.
danger with dexterity. It sounds like the danger being you fall and die.
Yeah, there is that. All right, 2d6 plus 2.
Hey! Don't fall and die. Don't fall and die. Good.
I won't.
Cool.
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah.
Good job.
11.
Good job at not doing the falling and dying.
Yeah, you make it to the top of the you make it to the top of the wall. There's a card table and like a couple of and you're next to one of the towers that go. I think the whole tower complex that goes over the gate. So you're next to that. There's like a card table and like some ancient rotted off the line washing. Right, like.
Okay. Yeah, but before I really climb up on top of the wall, I just survey to see if there's any stationary guards nearby.
Not in this section that you're climbing up.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, I try to continue just staying out of sight and does it look like there would be a way for me to descend into the area without being easily spotted?
I think that sounds like a defy danger. Off you go. Do you do that or not? Like,
like I'm just I want to get a feel for, like, whether there's any, like, any spots along the wall where it looks like I have a chance at avoiding being seen.
I mean,
like,
yes, or like the whole wall, you have a chance at avoiding being seen. Yeah, definitely. Right, like this is the thing, right? Like it's all it's like the defying the danger with dexterity is your ability to. Do you want to read the situation? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah. I guess that sounds more like what I want to do.
Yeah, cool. Go for it.
All right. So hang on, what's that? I can't see that on
that's
the.
wisdom.
Sorry.
She means discern realities.
Discern realities. Sorry.
Okay. Yep.
I confuse those two all the time.
It's okay.
So that's plus wisdom. Okay. Yep. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm rolling well.
You can ask 3 questions.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So what is about to happen?
Whoever's on the ground is about to get charged by the people by those other figures, and the sniper is probably about to get murdered.
Okay. So those other figures are not focused on Medea.
No, because Medea teleported up there. There's no way they would know that she was there.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
As far as
the terrain,
Medea just like ran forward and then disappeared.
Yeah.
Into spaghetti. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Therese,
all right.
there though, like, so if they decide to pay attention to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What here is useful or valuable to me?
I mean, you can see that you can like take stairs down into the street below you.
Okay.
If you wanted to like move through the buildings that make up the wall, that's a thing you can do.
Yep. Okay. All right. And what here is not what it appears to be, I guess.
I think yeah, I mean, like the wall seems much more of a monolith from the outside, right? Like from the inside you can see that like it's actually full of buildings and things.
Right.
It like over the years, not only has the outside where people have set up shops and things, but like people have built things into these walls like a lot. So this is actually, this whole area is a warren. Like none of these buildings are not full of rooms and things like that, including the walls.
Structurally sound.
I mean, they're structurally sound. The point is that like
shot a cannon through it, it'd be not as solid as a brick wall.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah, I will. I mean, I've got no real way to warn the others.
I mean, they'd hear you if you yelled.
Yeah, that would.
So far, we only know of one sniper, and they're the only one that would be a threat to you physically.
That's true.
Yeah. What I might do instead is like if I were to provide cover for like once those people start charging, like would I be in range to do that, or am I too far away being on top of the tower, on top of the wall?
You want to provide cover to
like covering fire, Well, sorry, that's not the right word. If I wanted to shoot at the people who were about to charge the gate, like our people at the gate.
What have you got?
Are they within range? I mean, I've got throwing daggers, but I've also got that pistol.
I mean, you could try it. It's 130, 40 feet.
I was about to say, if you have a bow or crossbow, that's easy. That's fucking perfect. But a throwing knife or a pistol depends on the type of pistol.
What's the tag on the pistol? That's what comes into play here.
The tag?
Yeah, is it?
Does it have a range tag on the pistol? Has it actually given you a range tag?
I probably would have. Let me.
I think there's rules in the back of the book for it.
Yeah, I'm feeling like it's not reasonable.
I mean, just because it doesn't have like the FAR tag or something doesn't mean you can't take the shot.
Yeah, exactly.
It just mean like you can still try.
Yep.
Yeah, I might try to descend a couple of at least a couple of stories first, down the staircase.
Or wait for me to murder this person, and then I will huck a sniper rifle at you.
I'm just waiting for someone to say that they do something rather than they might or they think they think about
yeah.
it.
Oh, if there's hesitation,
no, this is just a thing at carry, right? Like,
okay.
like,
Sorry, yeah.
like all like, would it be safe to, and all these sorts of things. Like those come down to the rolls. Like just
is Turi aware of these other people? Can I sense them?
Yes, you can. But I'm still waiting for I would like to know from Carrie what do you do?
Caltamox do. Yep. All right. Yes, I'm going down the stairs with the intention of trying to get to a better vantage spot to help shoot at any any of these other people.
Yeah, cool. You do that. I don't need you to roll for that. That's fine. So yeah, I think you can probably come out in this in this corner here. Oh god damn it! Like this corner here, so that you're like slightly hidden, but can still take the shot if you need to. Turi, what's good? You can sense these. You can sense these figures. You can sense their like.
Are they magic, or are just kind of daredevil?
They've got some magic-y sort of element to them, but it's kind of hard to work out what. And yeah, but I think the thing that you can sense is probably their sense of adrenaline of the fight is on, is up.
So I can sense where they
You can sense that they're ahead of you somewhere.
I am going to call across space and transfigure living flesh and glue them together.
Better roll that.
Not in a painful way, but just
it's horrifying. I mean, it's a painful way.
This is an important point. Cammy can't hurt people.
Yeah, with this spell, I can't hurt people.
Oh yeah, but it always has to be horrifying.
Yeah. And I think I don't think that's not hurting people, Cam.
Pardon?
I don't think that's not hurting people.
Suggestion for you?
Yeah.
You fuck with both space and flesh. Essentially, do what you did to me, but don't let them out of it yet. Like, stick them in a fucking loop.
I mean, you could teleport them away.
That too.
Or just in the air.
No, that would hurt them.
That would hurt them.
Oh wait. Okay. Yeah.
You can't.
A spell cannot result in the physical harm of them, which is why infinite looping them in a timey thing is my suggestion, because it's technically not hurting them. They just can't get out.
I'll send them to I'll do a really big teleport and send them to the field full of undead flaming rocks.
All right, go for it.
Or you could send them to the melon tree.
Oh yeah, I'll send them to the kobolds.
Send them to the kobolds. Okay, great. Yep. Okay, choose one side effect.
It's a really big teleport, and so it saps my energy.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, neat. All right, cool, great.
Problem solved.
They are gone. This guy's gonna try and like hit you around the head with the sniper, with
sniper
like
rifle?
the butt of
Just,
the
like-
rifle.
Yeah, no. Like literally, like I stabbed them. I don't think I like impaled them necessarily, but yeah, it's like I'm literally just gonna readjust, bring it back, and just like because I imagine I'm bigger than they are, just leverage it down and pin them to the ground with it. I want to stab them.
Yeah,
So, like,
cool. Do it. Roll
to-
stabbing.
Roll for stabbing. That's a 10.
Yeah. Do you want to do the additional damage, or do you want to just make sure?
Oh,
that you-
additional damage. Fuck this guy.
Okay. Cool.
That's 2.
So that's total of how much?
1d6 is the bonus damage, right?
Yep.
That's also 2.
Yeah. I mean, like
Plus
he
1
doesn't.
for your halberd.
And plus 1 for the halberd, so it's total of 5 again. Oh no,
Yeah.
last it was 6, so a total of 11 damage. Like
Yeah, I think you pin
overall.
him a little bit, and then I think he like his rifle goes like sliding across the ground, and he like looks up at you with his glowing green like binocular eyes, and like reaches in behind his like breastplate and like pulls something out from like within his jacket, and then throws just a little metal pin at you.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing. I know what's going to happen. Like, and like, I don't know if she knows what a grenade is. So I don't know if she, like, I'm trying to decide. Or how common would something like this be? Like, she's been a warrior for a long time, I imagine.
Yeah,
Is this the first time she's encountered a grenade?
No, it wouldn't be. These things are the thing is like, yeah, grenades are rare because no one knows how to make grenades and guns and things anymore, right?
Cool.
That's where we're at. Like the guys that got teleported away, none of them had guns, right? They were all
Cool.
like handmade swords and shit.
I'm gonna grab him by the collar then and try and throw him off the fucking building before he blows up.
Right, that sounds like strength.
That's my plan.
Wait,
That's
so
a 9.
I was just gonna ask, did all of those guys get teleported away?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I thought only a couple of them.
No, Tammy said
It's 'cause I
my
rolled
spell
good.
does this, and I was like, okay, great.
That's a 9.
Cool. So
But yeah, I don't know what goes wrong, but my plan was literally just drop the halberd for a second, pick him up, and just toss.
yeah, and then like as he's flying through the air, he just fucking explodes in a ball of flame, right? Like, I think what this looks like is probably let me look at a thing real quick. Where's the index? I think your armor might be damaged,
No.
right? Like you like, I think that's what it is. Either it's going to like, I think it. Does it already have the clumsy tag?
I ignore the clumsy tag
Okay.
as a paladin.
Right.
Double clumsy.
In
But
which
yes,
case- in which
technically
case,
it does.
How much does it give you? Does it give you 1 or 2?
2.
So I'm going to reduce the armor down to 1 from like from the shrapnel in the grenade.
No. Okay.
I mean, you can mend it if you get a blacksmith or find someone who can like fix things.
Fuck.
Because like,
Question.
yeah, you throw him right, and you like brace yourself against the explosion. Right.
Question.
Yeah.
As like, it's not a part of my goddess we've talked about, but she is like the goddess of like kilns and like smithing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Either would I be sufficient enough to repair it myself given the correct environment, or would I be able to know of a place potentially where that could be done?
That I think needs to be
Either.
a thing that's discussed like later. I think
That's
you would need to
fair.
take time to do that. Yeah. So that's the thing. You could like try and take time to find the things you would need, or someone who could.
Okay.
But yeah, it's definitely a thing you can do. There's, like, I'm pretty sure one of the other players in town has like a thing where they do some minor forging. So
Yep.
yeah, so that's
Ro can literally
Ro can like reforge metal. So I mean, try and organize. I'll like try and talk to them about it or something. But yeah, like we hear the like tunk 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 of like the sound of like all of the shrapnel like embedding itself in your armor, and like some of it cuts through a little bit, but not enough to do damage.
I think she just shields the shoulder with the doctrine on it, with the edicts. It was just like would like actually put her body in front of that.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and
so how much of the body is left?
No, I like giblets.
What about the head?
Giblets.
So I can't get the night vision goggles.
No.
Oh well.
But
doesn't seem like there's any brain to eat either.
That's not this character, though. Thankfully, sadly, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the correct
Sadly.
terminology there is. But yeah.
Are there any like welcome to such and such signs nearby?
Yeah, let me find the actual name of the town. I'll find it for you.
So I imagine Ultimo comes out of where they're trying to give cover from. They're like, where the fuck did everyone go?
Yeah, pretty much. Like once I realize the combat's over and like I don't know, would I see you walking through the street like not being attacked or something? Yeah. Okay, yeah. That was weird. I could have sworn there were people waiting in ambush, or about to charge. What happened?
They're the kobolds' problem now.
The kobolds who are our friends?
Well, they don't know that it was my fault. I needed to teleport them somewhere.
Okay.
I can't just teleport them nowhere.
To be fair,
perhaps we should check in on that village on the way home.
I said you should teleport them to the tree. The melon
Ants.
tree.
Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
But
I
now
mean,
the
we're pretty
kobold-
much at the end of the session, so we're going to do the end of session move now.
Yeah.
But now the kobolds have these 5 sacrifices.
We'll see what they make of it. The city is called Kurumabad.
Boo.
Cool. So yeah.
Come up for a way to translate those names, like Cabal and stuff, or are they just generated?
I've translated that.
Can I know the translation, please?
You can
As an
spout
elf?
law.
Okay, I will spout law.
Yeah, it's a city. It means like city of chrome or like shining steel and glass. So let's do. So yeah, we like it becomes quiet, and then yeah, like as we all eventually like we make camp and eventually make our way home. Let's see what the end of session. When you reach the end of a session, as quiet falls across the battlefield, and Medea finds clonks her way down the like metal fire escape to the floor. You return to town more or less safely. Regain any lost hit points or spells. Then look at your alignment. If you fulfilled that alignment at least once this session, mark XP.
I think the magic. I think the singing tower counts as a magical mystery.
Yeah.
I
What
found it.
Yeah.
Could I theoretically describe those people as criminals in my ideology?
I think so.
Cool. Deny mercy or to a criminal or unbeliever. I
Yeah.
could have been okay about them shooting me.
I think you did that. You definitely denied them mercy.
Events.
I feel like I diffused the situation with the kobolds and Medea.
I think you did. Cool.
Yep. I feel like I did okay with avoiding detection
Yes, you
and
did.
infiltrating.
Yeah. Good
Yep.
job. Excellent. Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Sniper notable or not?
I mean,
I think a D10 damage is, but
Was the
Or the-
crocodile?
I think the crocodile
Alligator.
was if the crocodile was if the sniper wasn't. So I think you get an XP for that.
I think negotiating with the kobold is also.
Yeah.
could have been worse.
Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Sniper rifle. I have a sniper rifle. Does that count?
Yes, I think so.
And
Awesome.
How about
And
a lot of koboldy smoked fish?
Yeah. Well, I mean that. I guess
It
that was
says
more of a
memorable,
trade.
not valuable.
Yeah, I think yeah, memorable, definitely. Did we discover
we have
something?
too much fish.
Did we discover something new and fantastic?
I can't think of anything.
This giant ass city.
Cool, excellent. Mark XP.
Yep.
Freaking Minas Tirith in with cars and stuff. I love it.
If you overcame a threat to Beta or filled the need of its people, increase the town's fortunes by 1.
Trade route with kobolds.
Yep. Did you return bearing great riches?
No.
In the form of smoked fish?
I'm really tempted to say like it's a lot of fish.
We can feed the town for a whole day.
I mean, technically, we returned bearing the same riches that we had at the beginning of the session.
No,
which
that's
were
no.
raised.
It's different
No,
riches.
came back with
I know,
more
just
fish.
accurate semantics.
I will allow 1 for fish. Did you return to town broken, battered, and in need of care?
Side note. Actually, I'll say that after. Never mind. We're good.
Okay,
Nope.
sure.
I don't think so, anyways.
Excellent. Well, that brings us up to fortunes plus 1. Nice.
And that means I leveled.
Same.
Yay.
I need to talk to someone about taking that fighter move.
Yes, we'll talk about that later.
Mhm.
But yes. Cool. Well, that brings us to the end of an adventure. Good job doing big. No, sorry.
Yanni Ash.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Cammy, you were taking notes. I'm assuming that was like in character mapping. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Good job. So yeah. Let's do some shout outs. We'll do our like shout outs, you know, Twitters and Patreons and whatever, and then do a non-capitalist plug. Starting with Anya.
Hi, I'm Anya. You can find me at Keeters159 on Twitter, and that's pretty much it. I actually do have a thing to plug, even
Yeah?
if it's not for a month or so.
Yeah.
I am going to be on a game of Monster Hearts for charity with a bunch of lovely people over at Ashley Nova's channel. It'll be happening in late July.
July 28th, if I remember right.
Thought it was the 29th. But anyways, yes, and you can go to twitter.com/AshleyNova to find out more about that.
Yeah. That's got an amazing cast. Like, God,
28th.
looks rad. It might be 28th, 29th, depending on where you are.
That's fair.
Well, yeah, also that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's always tomorrow in Australia.
It
Yep,
says
exactly.
28th on the thing. That's all I can
Yes,
say.
it is
Yeah.
28 for most of the world,
Okay. All right.
I think.
Yeah. Did you want to plug a non-capitalist thing?
I will plug getting rest.
Yes.
Not just sleep, but like mental rest.
It's good. Good job.
Give your time. Give your brain time to get its shit together.
Go. Yeah, you seem to need to follow that advice after this.
It's been a big day for a lot of people. All right. Cool. Thank you, Anya. Alice.
Hi, hello. I forgot I was next. I'm Alice, also known as Taffcat in various places on the internet. Twitter is Taffcat_. I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Taffcat without the underscore. I'm a game designer, making a game called Kiss Before the World Ends. I'm like really excited about that. Hope we can do another playtest like soon next week. Something like that. We'll see. Anyways, if you're interested in a bunch of queer games and stuff, that's me. I do that thing. Non-capitalist shout out. Spend time with people you like enjoy hanging out with more. Like I don't know about a bunch of people, but I tend to find it like therapeutic in a lot of ways in general, especially if I'm having like my own stuff. At the very least, it gives distractions, and distractions are more valuable than people like to say they are. So yeah, spend time with people you like.
Sounds good. Cammy.
That's also a bit of a plug for distractions.
Cammy.
I'm Cammy. I'm Splidget Moose on the internet. The only Splidget Moose on the internet. I don't make games, unlike seemingly everyone else in this Twitch community. Because I don't actually like tabletop games outside of role-playing games. Mostly I just follow Ash around the internet. Like since we've been 12, that's how it's gone. I don't have a capitalist plug except for my Twitter and all that. My non-capitalist plug is lesson 39, paragraph something from the Lessons of Vivette. So sermon 19, paragraph lots. Cornerstone 3 has a bit of string, shaped like your favorite color. A girl remembers who left it there, but she's afraid to dig it out and see what it is attached to.
See, I need to find something to just read all these non-capitalist plugouts off, so I don't have to think of them every time.
Okay. Carrie.
Yep. My name's Carrie. I'm a diversity and inclusion consultant. Got some stuff coming up there, but still too far off to announce. I'm Insomniac_Red on Twitter and Twitch. I've recently started doing a bit of streaming here and there. Don't know if I'll get to do much on my channel while I'm here visiting Ash, but after I get back, looking to play a bit of XCOM and FTL and stuff like that. And my non-capitalist plug is communicate with your friends. They're your friends for a reason. You can trust them. You can open up to them. And they, and you're there to support one another. So, just keep that in mind. Yeah.
Awesome. I have been Ash. I've been your GM and host for today. You can find me at Acegiac, ACEGIAK on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, and Patreon if you want to support my ongoing game design work and get preview access to the games that I make. And I would suggest that you check out scheduling. Get a little diary or a calendar, and actually write down times that you're going to do things in the future. It makes life a lot easier. It's real good. Thank you.
I don't know about that one.
Thank you all so much for joining us today. That was a really solid, fun adventure. I enjoyed that. We got to have a very dramatic encounter at the end there with like teleportation and like explosions. So that was cool.
I just wish we'd had a bit more time to spend in that city because it seems like there's so much more.
No,
Yeah,
we can always go back. So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's catch all you lovely folks later. Bye bye.
Bye.